Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the arena. I want to go a little bit through like the arena, the battles, the shop, you know, some team suggestions and stuff like that because, well, this is one of my missions as a content creator. For those of you that do not know, there's a link in the description and pinned comment of this video that says support me. If you click that one, you can support me as a content creator. Costs you nothing, helps me a ton, and pretty much if you do decide to spend or if somebody spends, I get a percentage out of what you're spending. And the good side of that is for people that support me, every time I do a mission, which the video for today is one of those ones, I get free codes, right? I get some codes that I give back to you for supporting me, and you're gonna get stamina, gold, or whatever other rewards. There's at least 2 codes every single month that everybody can get just by supporting me. It's the same for every other content creator, so if you do decide that you want to support me, you can leave other content creator and come and support me. You just need to have a 24-hour cooldown. But at the same time, obviously, if you get fed up with me or you know you're done with my face, you can leave supporting me and go to another one. You know, I want to be always as transparent as possible. Now, do keep in mind that you cannot jump from a content creator to the other, right? It doesn't matter if somebody promises you that it gives you codes in a DM or whatever. If you use one code, that's it, right? If you use a code that you get personally or that you get in your supporter page, which, you know, let me just quickly show you how it looks in case you wonder, because some people might get stuck on it. But pretty much if you go on your support page, I, for example, support Susie because she's my wife. But if you scroll at the bottom, these are, you know, this is how it's going to show. It's going to show you the name of the content creator. You can copy the code and use it in game. Like I mentioned, this is what you get and this is what you can use it. But we're gonna leave it at this. It was a bit of a bigger intro. Let's jump into the arena. So first things first, the Coliseum, they have an interesting way of dealing with this. First of all, every week they have certain environments, right? So for example, this week it's rain, so obviously people that benefit from rain will get some extra stats, and shows you over here. 30% more crit damage, 10% more attack speed, and 5% less damage taken. So, you know, you might swap a little bit your team depending on this if you see that it can have a massive effect. But the one thing that's pretty interesting in Arena for King Arthur Legends Rise is that you can do an infinite amount of battles, right? There's no currency, there's no tickets, there's no nothing that you need to go ahead and just fight in the arena. Just keep clicking, keep fighting, you lose, you win, you lose, you win. You can, if you want to do 10,000 battles in one day, you can keep doing that. Now, the downside, I guess a little bit about this is the fact that you can keep spamming it, but for example, people that really enjoy Arena, they do have a bigger amount of bot accounts, right? Because there's not too many actual players in here, so that might be, you know, off-putting for people. However, I'm not sure if when you get to the top rankings, if you still find bots or if you actually fight you know, proper people. So it might not be the most developed arena in you know, in the gacha games. Definitely needs some work. However, I'm not the biggest fan of arena, so the fact that I can just go and fight some bots, do my dailies and whatever, I'm good to go. Now there's 2 things that you really need to keep in mind about this, and that's going to be the rankings, right? So pretty much if you look at the rankings, there's going to be daily point ranking, and then there's going to be the other rankings, and based on these ones you're going to get some rewards, and they are shown over here, right? So daily points ranking, depending on where you're going to finish, you're going to get this amount of the honor tokens, right? 1 3, then 4 10 11 20 21 30, and so on and so forth. So honestly, I think you need to do at least 1 fight so you get this one, but I'm not 100% sure because I've always done at least 1 fight. But at the end of the day, you should always be doing 1 fight a day because that's a daily mission, and for doing 1 fight, you get 50 crystals. You definitely don't want to miss that. So I feel like they gave us a pretty good amount of these ones, so totally worth doing some. But yeah, that's the daily ranking. Let's go to the season ranking. So the season ranking part of things, this is where it becomes interesting. My suggestion is for everybody to try and get at least to Platinum 5, right? It gives you 2 legendary memory stones every single week, right? Every single week there's a new season. Obviously, if you can push higher, like obviously I'm trying to get to Diamond or as high as possible, the higher you finish at the end of the season, the better the rewards. More special summons, more honor tokens, and then more legendary memory stones. So you definitely want to get as many of these ones as you can. Let's look a little bit at the shop because this one's pretty interesting and there's some pretty fun stuff in here. So the most important thing from my point of view, that you should buy from here, priority number one, is going to be every single week buy the Frost Relic summon tickets. We don't get that many summon tickets for relics unless you're, you know, a spender and you keep buying them from the shop. It's pretty low, right? The drop rate. Sometimes in events, sometimes in missions. So if you see them over here every single month, sorry, not a week, every single month, these are the first things you buy from my point of view. Don't look at anything else. Number one thing, you buy the Frost Relics. Number two, I already bought it, but they recently implemented this. That was yesterday. You can buy stamina daily. So for the equivalent of 150 tokens, which is if you rank daily, right, you do one fight, you get that 150. That's it. You're gonna buy the stamina because you know what, 100 stamina, you should take it. It's pretty good value. Now, if you move over to this side, honestly, this one's a little bit of a tricky one, but I guess it depends on what you want to invest. Personally, what I suggest you should buy is get one copy of Florentius, get one copy of Sergius, and then go from there. Florentius is going to be really amazing for you if you want somebody that guarantees to put that healing disruption. Aldri, I have a video on it. He just puts that and then he can die. You pretty much don't care about it. But then Sergius, he has an amazing use with his kit. He's an amazing support, especially with his Flame Relic, which you can buy from the clan shop. He can keep boosting all of your team's attack gauge by 40, 50, or 60%, depending if you have it leveled up. So Sergius definitely worth looking into. So that's what I would start with, getting these, and then from there you go ahead and decide yourself. Do you want to invest more in Sergius, Florentius, Tristan, or do you want to buy some other stuff? But again, priority number one, relics, stamina daily, then get one copy of these, and then you can, if you want more summons, you can buy the summons. This is obviously up to you, whatever you feel like, because you know we get a ton. Look at this, I still have 11,000 of these. I'm not investing, I'm not in a rush, I'll see what I do. Now let's talk a little bit about the arena fights. Arena fights, obviously, as you get higher, they become a little bit harder. And when it comes to the teams, at least the things that I've personally seen, that I've heard other people that enjoy and play arena, I've seen do, they're pretty straightforward, right? Pretty straightforward when it comes to teams. It's pretty much a speed race. It's mostly like, are you fast enough? Are you good enough? Maybe when it gets higher, it becomes more, more difficult because people might have tankier teams with higher chivalry. They have some passives that put buffs and whatever at the beginning. But when it goes to arena, for example, this is my team, right? Lancelot is just in there for his attack speed lead. You want to get that, right? You want to try and get somebody that brings you attack speed in all battles or arena. So see, Lancelot does this. Or for example, if you have somebody like an Anguish, he does the same, brings attack speed, right? You don't have Lancelot, bring Anguish just for his lead. Obviously, if he has a little bit of a build, that can work as well. But that's what you want to do. Attack speed, priority number one. Number two, Morgan. Honestly, Morgan should be in every single one of your teams because she's the queen of arena because of the Frost Relic on her skill 2. Triple hit, chance to push back the attack gauge, and she also pushes back the attack gauge on her on the second passive, and then on the third passive, if you have a Chivalry 3, which you should, that's priority number one, right? If you're saving legendary memory stones, Morgan should be your number one priority to get to C3 because she's gonna land defense decrease and damage taken increase on whoever chooses this. And then, you're just going to have fun. Keep pushing back their attack gauge, and then you can blast them. Then the next one that I'm using is going to be, for example, for me, Bedivere. Doesn't have to be Bedivere if you don't have him. Whoever is your best damage dealer. May it be somebody like a K, may it be a Rosier that can single target take stuff out. I've seen people using Cormac as a damage dealer. I've seen people using Arthur, right, with a Storm Relic, Urians. Whoever is your best, maybe even Ralph now, right? Because he was recently buffed, he might be smacking really hard now. So that's the idea. Speed lead, Morgan, a good damage dealer, and then the third spot, I guess, depending on what you have, you can either bring somebody that brings control, like a Frost Merlin that can AoE freeze, or I'm using Gilliam personally because Gilliam brings some more attack gauge decrease, she brings some more healing, attack gauge boost as well. So it's kind of pretty straightforward. Now, if we're talking a little bit more about the early game, the simplest and easiest team you can use is just, your free heroes. Who do you get for free? Go with Tristan. Obviously use Morgan because she has the lead that works. Go with Morgan, go with Tristan, healer. You can even put Thorin in there as a healer if you don't have somebody else. And then the last spot is going to be K, because if you're still early and you don't have too many 6-stars, K is going to be your number one 6-star. She's going to be your main damage dealer, and you should just be doing fine. you only want to make sure that when you do your builds, you have somebody like a Morgan, like I mentioned. Make sure Morgan has a decent amount of effect accuracy, and she's the fastest in the team. As much attack speed as you possibly give her, go ahead with that. As an example, let me show you how my Morgan is built. She is built in speed plus accuracy, and she is running at 220 speed with 77% effect accuracy. Obviously, I want to get her as fast as I could. This is the best I could afford for now, because I have a, like, you know, this one's attack speed, this one is a 3-star globe. I want a bigger one, so there's space for improvement. That is pretty straightforward. She needs effect accuracy, then attack speed. Your damage dealers need to do damage. And then obviously if you have somebody that does some sort of control, like a Frost Merlin, they can AoE freeze on his 3rd skill. Again, give him some decent speed, give him some effect accuracy, and then you're good to go. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered it. That's, you know, there's not much more you can talk about Arena. If you think I missed something, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if this video was helpful, please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I would really appreciate it if you also liked this video. Subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. I try to keep, you know, I try to do King Arthur content every single day, and I've been doing that for quite a while. I really love the game. I'm really having fun, so I would appreciate you supporting me. Also, yeah, support me. Link in description, pinned comment. That would be really helpful. But yeah, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.